Now, let me move on. Let's talk about I'm talking about Kenya Moore, and then I'm gonna talk about Candy and Todd. Okay. So now we in the court document section of ATLien Live. And before I get there, I'm gonna give y'all a minute. How many people in here? Okay, we got several. Okay, we got 1,500. We got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Okay, y'all go ahead and like this video. We about to read some court documents. Why I had to have that evil look on my face. Receipts, receipts, receipts. Okay. Shout out to Kenya Moore Hair Spa. Okay. So Kenya Moore Hair Spa is I guess they're still in business. I don't know. Every time we go by there, it's always something. Like now it's note on the door with office hours. Okay. Cause I passed by there earlier today and it was just something on the door, child. I was just like, look at that, something on the door. And I just kept going because I'm like, I'm tired of reiterating that, it's always closed. But today Monday, so maybe they don't, most beauty stores, well, most beauty salons are not open on Monday. Some are, but it is what it is. So just as I told you about Kenya Moore's ongoing debate with her landlord, the landlord had filed for an eviction after Kenya ceased paying rent last December. Okay. Kenya claims she stopped paying rent because the landlord did not give her tenant improvement allowance. The landlord claimed that they didn't give her tenant improvement allowance because she didn't provide the required documentation that she had actually spent the money on licensed contractors. Kenya decided, after they filed an eviction, that she would file a countersuit, hoping to get her $80,000 back. When she did that, they had to move the court from magistrate court to superior court, and now they are in a whole legal battle, including motions, interrogatories, orders, all of the above. A couple of times the attorney didn't show up. It's just been one big hot mess. The landlord's attorney didn't show up that time when we was in court. Remember I told y'all about that? And so finally the landlord's attorney showed up. He had all the receipts. He showed the judge all the receipts. And what he asked the judge to do in lieu of Kenya's fighting Kenya's motion or her actual lawsuit was for her to pay the past due rent into the court registry. It's like, how can she sit here basically squatting in our building? Okay. She's not paying any rent. She's not paying the utility. She's not paying nothing because that was all included in the rent. And, at the end of the day, we're not getting any financial benefit from our asset. So they show all of the documents in court. They also asked that, Kenya pay, it was amounting to like $77,000 into the court registry. And her judge fought, I mean, her lawyer fought it, but at the end of the day, a judge agreed. Okay. You can go watch that video because we talked about it. I even played a little snippet of it on my Patreon. Now, finally, the judge has actually signed the order, basically saying what I had told you, that Kenya is ordered to pay half of it in 30 days from the court date and the other half in a total of 60 days. So it was like pretty much 3750 and 3750 plus the accruing rent. Now, hold on. I'm going to put the document up for you to see. Um, where is it? I am trying to find it. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. Here it is right here. So all of this has been circulating for a minute. It's all on the Reddit. It's all on the Lipstick Alley. It's all everywhere. Okay, I was gonna put my little straight from the A on there, but I can't find my little overlay. I think I might have deleted it because I was deleting a bunch of stuff off of my computer so that I can add some more stuff. But anywho, here it is. Okay, now this is the order compelling payment of rent into the court. Okay, presently before the court is the motion to compel. Okay, rent into the registry of the court filed by the plaintiff, which is Northland Chambly LLC, the DECO. Okay, in the DECO. Hold on, let me make this a little big. In the DECO, it says the motion came before the court for a hearing on January 20th. That's when I actually told y'all about it, during which the parties' respective counsels were given the opportunity to provide oral arguments. Upon review of the record and a finding that the issue of the defendant tenant's possession of the leased commercial property was not fully determined within 2 weeks from the date of service of the summons and dispossessory warrant, the motion is hereby granted. Okay, so it is accordingly ordered and adjudged that pursuant to OCGA 44754, defendant slash tenant More Vision Media Inc. is required to pay the following amounts into the court's registry. A first installment of $43,988.68 within 30 days of the January 20th, 2026 hearing. Specifically, she is to pay that amount on or before February 19th, 2026. Hold on, you see that right now? Before February 19th, 2026. This amount represents half the total amount of the unpaid minimum rent, additional rent, and utilities accrued between January 1st, 2024 and January 20th, 2026. Can you imagine having somebody in your property that ain't paid rent in over a year? Can you imagine? Which is half of $77,017.89 plus $5,479.73. The amount of fixed monthly minimum rent and additional rent accruing for the month of February 2026. A second installment of $43,988.67 is due within 60 days of the January 20th hearing, specifically on or before March 21st, 2026. This amount represents half of the total amount of unpaid minimum rent, additional rent, and utilities accrued between December 1st, 2024 and January 20th, 2026, i.e., half of the $77,017.89 plus $5,479.73, the amount of fixed monthly minimum rent and additional rent accruing for the month of March 2026. Thereafter, $5,479.73, which is her monthly rental amount plus utilities, is due on or before the first day of each month beginning April 1st, 2026 and continuing until July 31st, 2026, or until the reissue of possession is resolved. Child, this is all the money that she has to pay into the court. And while she's paying this into the court, if she pays it into the court, they will continue fighting to evict her. It also says that it is further ordered and adjudged that if defendant tenant More Vision fails to make any of the above payment as it becomes due, plaintiff shall be entitled to an immediate writ of possession instanter without further order from the court. That means they don't even have to go back to court. We don't even have to go. You don't even have to come back, child. If she missed this payment, go ahead and put her shit on the curb. Just it's just a wrap. Okay. So I don't know if I was Ken, I'd just take my dirty clothes out the window and go. I wouldn't even be worried about it, honey. I would just go ahead and uninstall my chairs and my shampoo bowl and my steamer that she got. Go ahead and put it in the car and just roll out because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what is you doing? You said she got a legal shield lawyer. I don't know what lawyer she got. Hey, House of Aaron, how you doing, friend? You said poor Ken. I don't know. Binge worthy in here too. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all. Oh, okay. Shout out to all my content creator friends. You said she ain't making that payment. You will be gagged if she, because like what is the benefit that she's getting out of making that payment if you're not making any money? You're not even making $44,000 a month in the place. So I don't understand. Like, you haven't paid this little bit of rent. Like, her rent was like $4,000 a month, and she just stopped paying it. Now you have stopped. Now you claim that they owe you 80, but you haven't given them any receipts of any contractors. So, like, how you gonna get it back? Like, I don't understand. But I guess if she feels like she's owed it back, I could see her paying it into the registry. But I don't think she gonna pay. Y'all think she gonna pay? Put a one in the chat if you think she's gonna pay. And no, she has not filed bankruptcy. Stop believing that them Facebook stories. Kenya has not filed no bankruptcy. Stop it. You said she's delusional beyond comprehension. Okay. Has she made 44K at all? Well, I mean, what, since the grand reopening? I don't know. You said, how are they not within their rights to evict? Because they're actually honoring the court documents. What happened was they filed for a writ, they filed for eviction. Kenya countersued for the tenant improvement allowance, and now they are both fighting for whatever they fighting for. And in the midst of fighting to evict her, the judge got to hear her side too. And they're saying, okay, well, the landlord's attorney like, we'll hear it, but she needs to be paying it somewhere because she's not paying it to us. So have her pay it into the court. And the court agreed. Like, yes, pay it into the court. Like, you sitting over there rent free is not beneficial to the landlord. So, I don't know. You said Kenya is not gonna pay. Somebody said press. Did I say press one if you think she gonna pay? I don't know. I think she gonna pay. Maybe. I don't know. What she been doing? All them trips to Dubai. You telling me she ain't come up with $40,000 yet? And then she having little events and stuff there. Maybe she can come up with $40,000. Y'all buy $40,000 worth of tickets. Team Twirl, where y'all at? Go buy tickets. Wasn't she selling her clothes last weekend, week before? She didn't sell $40,000 worth of Shein in Fashion Nova. Like, what is going on? Someone asked Uncle Clifford for a job at the Pink. Anyway, you said she is trying to sell her clothes. Like, that's a lot of Fashion Nova. Them Fashion Nova dresses don't be costing like $10, $15. That's got to be like 100, 200. How many dresses? Let me get my calculator. How many dresses is how many divided by, hold on. I can't even find the calc. Okay, there it is. Okay, you need $45,000 divided by, let's say, 25. She need 1,800 dresses. You think she got 1,800 Fashion Nova dresses over there? I don't know. Anywho, and I bumped it up to 25 in her video. She said she was selling some of them for 10. If she was selling them for 10, she gonna need about 40,000 dresses or something. 4,000 dresses. You said, oh no, I cannot take y'all. I cannot. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure she'll find a way to blame me for not paying her rent. But I'm just following the story as I would anyone else. Okay. As she would Nene Leaks if the situation was changed, as she would Tanya if the tables were turned. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just following the story. Shout out to Kenya Moore. Hopefully she'll get her $44,000 by, she got 10 more days. By February 20th is the first payment. So we will be following up to see if she made her payment. And we will be following up on February 21st to see if the Kenya Moore hair spa is on the curb. or the people over there at Deco will tell me because they tell me everything else. They like, girl, that story is. I mean, that the damn door is locked and the lights are off all the time. So he said nobody needs to know who or what. Okay. You want me to follow the story? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why do people mad at me for following the story? I can't help it. I can't. I'm gonna keep following it too. Anyway, especially since she said she had something in the trunk for me. Can you pull the Brit Edie? Kenya said she was scared when Britt Edie said, she got pow pows for girls like her. But then Kenya said she got stuff. She gonna pop the trunk, honey, for bloggers that show up at her thing. She said she got something for y'all, even though it is um within our rights to be there, honey. You can't keep me off the sidewalk. That's my First Amendment right, honey. You cannot keep me off the sidewalk, and I will film. I will stand right there and film like this, and you can call the police too. I'll be like the First Amendment auditors. It is within my right to film. I am standing on public property. Okay. Anyway, you said, this is what you do. Okay, exactly. It is nothing personal. It is nothing personal. Moving on from Ken. Okay, shout out to Ken.